Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
We are going to introduce to you a Bordeaux. It's called a Mouton Cadet, not Mountain Cadet, as some people would call it in America, but it's not. And this is, it's a Bordeaux, and come on, you got to do it. You got to throw that silly stuff in there. What's fascinating is that this has a rich heritage, but it's really a peasant wine. Mm-hmm. And yeah. It's very, very good.
This is such an amazing price point. If you go to the supermarket, and pretty much any supermarket has this, it's like the best price point on a Bordeaux, and it's a Rothschild. Yeah. So the Rothschild family produces amazing wines, and this Bordeaux, it's your typical Bordeaux. It's blended with Cabernet, Cabernet Franc, and Merlot. Classic blend, freaking delicious, to be honest. I mean, for the price point, it's under $10. Like in some places, a lot under $10. You can find it for ridiculously inexpensive price, and it does not taste like it's inexpensive. It's so good. It's got that like raspberry, blackberry, strawberry fruits that you can smell them, and then you taste them, and it tastes like a true Bordeaux.
And it's not overpowering, so you
right.
don't get that over jammy thing. What is fascinating about that, because you're mentioning about the Rothschild family, and yet at the same time too the low price point. And if you caught one of our earlier shows, we did a shepherd's pie, and we paired this with it. And if you think about the shepherd's pie being peasant food, and this being kind of a peasant wine, it's the perfect pairing. And it does go really good with meat. It goes great with cheese.
It goes fantastically with that pate.
Have you had it already?
I just had it. Yeah, I was eating it while I was being you.
And you didn't offer anything?
Normally, you were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt you. But it's delicious with that. So anyways, continue on. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
I'm gonna try the pate now. So
well, it goes fabulous with that pate.
I can only imagine.
You know what I love about it too? It's a family-owned business, mm-hmm. and this is, for wine, especially in France, the tradition that's passed on from generation to generation. I think it's such a beautiful tribute to the people who came before. And so this wine was actually created by Baron Philippe de Rothschild, and he passed away in 1988, and his daughter, Philippine de Rothschild, has taken over, and she runs the vineyard now and runs the winery, and continues on her father's tradition. And I think it's really beautiful.
There's some other interesting history too, is that in 2004, when there was a lot of anti-French sentiment, and primarily a lot of it came from the United States because France did not jump in and help with the Iraqi war. I know. And so the sales went down dramatically of French wine, and they really got hit. It was around 2004. But then, of course, things do change, and by 2007, they had an American distributor, and that's why you're seeing it now here in the United States, because there's a distributor that is, as far as I can tell, they're doing a great job, because you can get it all over the place.
Oh yeah, and that's been the case for, I would say, at least 15 years, because I've had this wine for a long time, mm-hmm. and actually some good friends of mine introduced me to it. Because I saw it in the grocery store and it was so cheap, I never bought it because I'm a Bordeaux snob. And so I'm like, that can't be a good Bordeaux, even though it's made by a Rothschild. And once they convinced me to try it, and I tried it, and I was like, wow, blown away at how good it is. Now, I mean, if you're a Bordeaux aficionado, there's a lot of nuances there, and there's other grapes that can go into making a great Bordeaux. But if you're an everyday person, or you are a person who just is getting into wine, this is a fantastic price point and a fantastic wine to try. And you got to do it and it goes so good with stuff.
I just tried the goat cheese.
Oh,
goat cheese was fabulous. Actually, try it because and one of the things is that the thing that's so great about French wines, especially Bordeaux's, is that it really almost goes with anything. There's very few things that something like this, like for instance, I could do a salmon with this. Mm-hmm. A whitefish, possibly. I mean, you could. You and I we were at Spadini with Gustav.
I was just going to say, the hearty halibut from...
With the chanterelle mushrooms.
Fabulous.
This would go perfect with it.
Beef bourguignon, if you're a Julie Child fan and you want to make a beef bourguignon and serve to your guests this wine, they'll love it. And it's a great price point for a wine that you would want to serve at a dinner party, because if you're having a dinner party, especially in the winter, this works perfectly with beef, hearty flavors, hearty French flavors. I would go with like a bolognese. That would be great with it too. If you're into Italian, and like a flank steak, a New York strip, a filet mignon, any kind of red beef, this is going to be fabulous with. I would pair this even with chicken, a pork dish. It's so versatile because it's not over the top. It's real subtle, but it's very delicious, and it's a great price point. I mean, if you've never had a Bordeaux, you've got to get this one and try it.
Okay, so this cheese here is what?
That's the one from the cave.
That's from the cave.
Yes.
And that is a... That's
cave cheese.
Okay, so we don't know whether
it's a cow's milk cave cheese.
Utter delight.
And everybody wonders why I drink.
So the Mouton Cadet, say it right. Great Bordeaux. Try it.
It's delicious. You won't go wrong. Just try it, pick it up. You can get it everywhere. You won't be disappointed, that's for sure.
Mon Dieu.
Undercover Jet Setter is booming.
We are looking for partners to attract consumers interested in travel, food, mixology, wine, restaurants, and golf.
Your business and expertise will be profiled on our shows and online segments that will provide you with valuable marketing tools which you can use on your sites.
And your business will also gain exposure to our Undercover Jet Setter global reach of over 120 million across all of our platforms.
Drop us a line here and let's partner up together.